surprise stunts that Fubara also pulled on Wike, that is also generating its own conversation, by the way. And we're going to touch that this evening. So Bolaji Abdullahi continued and he said, the people who are joining Kolu, the campaign to go and join APC, the governors especially, they lack, they actually lack characters, they lack credibility, they lack blah, 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 blah. Okay, in his own words.
Well, I mean, thank you very much. And I will start on the note that you ended your comment, which is that 2027 election appeared to have been won and lost, and that's exactly the mindset of inevitability that the ruling party would like to create a situation where everyone will think that there is nothing we can do, no matter what we do, they are going to win anyway. That's exactly the kind of mindset they are going to create. But if you are familiar, of course you are, with Nigeria's recent political journey, you recall that as recently as 2007, PDP controlled 31 states out of 36, leaving only maybe 4 states in the north and Lagos State. But you recall that the election of 2027 still had to be heavily rigged. It was one of the most discredited elections in Nigerian history. In 2011, it's the same thing. Despite the overwhelming control that the PDP had across the country, they still had to massively rig those elections by popular reports. So what we are saying is just a case of history repeating itself. We are not surprised. You say we don't have any governors. No, we don't have any governors because these governors that are joining the ruling party are not doing so because they are convinced about anything going on in APC. They are all pandering to one vulnerability or another, or looking for easy way out. It takes conviction, it takes character, it takes courage, it takes belief in the nation itself for you to join the opposition party even while you are a sitting governor. And that's what this individuals lack. And it's easy for them to go and join the ruling. But we are not bothered about that. The ruling party or the president may have succeeded in bringing all the governors to their side and uniting all the governors under their party. But what about the people? Have they been able to unite the people? Let's take North Central, for example, Benue, Plateau, and all that. They are able to get the governors of minus Plateau. Maybe it's still warming up. But what about the people? Will they be able to convince the people that they actually represent the best option for them? That is the task that they will not be able to do, because every Nigerian today understand what is going. You cannot, no amount of whitewashing can remove the reality that Nigerians are confronted with. And that is where ADC's strength comes from. To continue to appeal to the people, to continue to position ourselves as the only alternative to the ruling party and what they have done to Nigerians in the last 3.5 years or so. You said I was in Asaba a couple of days ago. That's a 28 states headquarters that ADC will be unveiling within the 5 months that we are in power. We have come on board as an opposition political party without a single political office holder, propelled only by the enthusiasm of Nigerians who are committed to seeing democracy survive in the country.
I mean, if you are an opposition in Nigeria right now, politically, it is not the time to be an opposition in Nigeria. If you understand the political sort of like system of Nigeria, it is a place where people do not want to be in the opposition, because the intention of joining politics is to get what you can get for yourself. And then they use the people as a cover. I'm doing it for my people. The same people they have left so like impoverished. You want to run for office? You want your election not to be tampered with? Then go and join the ruling party so they can write your name like they will write so many others. Because theirs is about the national spread. And this national spread, the impression they are giving is that who is going to defeat Tinubu in 2027? They ask you that question. Because politically, they will say no. But forgetting the fact that the real decider should be the people. And it will surprise you, by the way, that there are many people who actually love APC by, honestly. All these things that you say about APC, the state of Nigeria that you are seeing and the rest of that, right, under APC, you will think they should be hated more. Like it should be so obvious. Nah. Because like they say, it is about their interest. So there is no permanent friend, there is no permanent enemy. It is about permanent interest. And whose interest are we talking about? The interest of the politicians, not the interest of those they are representing. Remember that. So once their own interest is taken care of, I can run for the next time. INEC will not disqualify me, or you know, they won't steal my own election. I'll be protected by use, stuff like that, right? Systemic. So that makes it more why the Tinubu and this gang, right, are like feeling like they are unbothered. But you need opposition. You do. Because for your own sake, those of you who believe in that your one Nigeria, you need opposition. And you need to cut the opposition some slack too. Because like Tinubu and this gang are just so lucky. That's all I can say. Because when you look at those who want to replace him, and you take a look at the roll call, so they just be like, from frying pan to fire, Nigeria cannot get any hope. Seriously. But you need opposition. An opposition that can at least, why do you even need opposition? Does that even make any sense? Because you do have opposition right now in your National Assembly. Yeah, I mean, I have never seen them walked out of their National Assembly in protest against what majority of Nigerians were expecting the National Assembly to act on. But because they are rubber stamp, they just do Tinubu's bidding, like they did of that of Bukwari. I have never seen them walked out. Let's say Tinubu walked in to come and present something that they believed is pure, like, defective, right? And then protest it. Walk out of the chamber. We are not going to sit down here. You're not going to address us. Stuff that makes it more like, engaging and all that. But no, they're out there singing on your mandate. On your mandate, they should stand. And at the same time, running around to see if they are still going to have their ticket back for 2027. It's never about the country. Never. So opposition, I don't understand. Honestly speaking, I was expecting the Labour Party lawmakers in Abuja to be like these guys in South Africa. Julius Malema. You know, when Julius Malema was the ANC youth leader, ANC was like a PDP in Nigeria. Do you understand? ANC in South Africa is like that of PDP in Nigeria. They had all of the majority in the parliament. They're ruling across the country. Do you understand? Like, it's such a huge influence that for anybody to have risen to the position of the national youth leader of such party, Mandela's party, man, that was kind of like symbolic. It should be an achievement, right? Then they figured out that some of these old party leaders, they are as corrupt as anything, like very corrupt. And the interest of South Africa is not as paramount as he thought. So he protested. And did you know what they told him? They told him to go and start his own political party. And that's exactly what he did. And when he started his own political party like this year, when the election came, they won over 30 parliament seats. And that was when the whole wahala started in South African parliament. That some of you from outside, South Africa right now, you are familiar with Julius Malema. Yeah, he was with the ruling party now. He's basically probably the biggest opposition party to ANC in South Africa by forming his own party. So that's what I expected of the obedient lawmakers in Abuja, to give an impression that this is going to be a different thing. But when you started checking the list of these obedient senators, obedient reps, obedient this and that, back then, those who rode on that obedience movement, then you realize that majority of them were PDP members, APC members, those who couldn't secure party tickets in APC and PDP. They ran to they ran to Labour Party. They ran the idea of, oh, this is going to be a different thing. We are going to be different people. But the moment they go back to the National Assembly, bang, they jump ship back to the same political party that didn't find them any worthy of their own tickets. So they slapped the obedient in the face. Majority of them are now, they are now APC, precisely. They didn't go to PDP, APC. So right now, the left, the remaining Labour Party supposed members are not really sure what is going to happen next. So some of them are still kind of like clinging around the OB as well. So yeah, Nigeria. Talking about the governors that decamped and decided to go and join Kolu. The latest one is that of Fubara. The latest one is Fubara from River State. We all saw that coming anyway, so it shouldn't be a surprise. But what is surprise is the fact that there are things coming up now, enough that it seemed that there could be a Tinubu with a Wike coalition course very soon. Because yeah, even if you probably don't want to like believe everything that you heard out there, right? But this one seems very much like credible. Okay. So Fubara was said, as part of the advice they gave him was that if he wants to be protected from Wike, he would need to go and join APC. Well, that took longer than expected. That it was then said, listen to this. So they said, when Martin Amawule and others, they camped to APC, then denied it, right? It was said that before things got to that stage, when Fubara still had the upper hands, he was offered to go and join APC, but he didn't take it. Because while he was at it, with the weakest Martin Amawule and the rest, they decamped to APC. So immediately, Fubara pulled back and instituted a case against them to make them lose their seats. And the court actually granted that they've lost their seats. So that was the first pullback. The state of emergency happened, right? So it was then planned that maybe after their state of emergency is going to join, then with the weakest men also took like the step before him by decamping before him, right? So finally, he just had to do it. But doing it this time is not like Wike is the one leading him there. Like, like as part of arrangement, so our arrangement would be that you are going to go to APC. It wasn't that. So Wike meeting Tinubu, and Tinubu handing Wike to the APC chairman, including fraudsters Otobo Keyamo. It's like they've breached Wike because Wike still claims that he's still in PDP. So therefore, this business is not his business. But is that not like shortchanging him in that sense? But we'll find out, okay? Speculations. Right? So, Fubara is now addressing himself as the numero uno of APC in River State. By design, Wike was his boss, right? Yeah, but he's in PDP, so he is in APC. So therefore, Fubara is now the number one of APC. But what makes it more interesting is that just 24 hours ago, Martin Amawule, the speaker, gave a press conference where he was accusing Fubara of mismanaging over 600 billion naira, right? And that is kind of like part of the ingredient of the trouble still to come, okay? And he said they met with Fubara, but rather than for Fubara to do the needful, he kept trying to buy some of them off, meaning as they are waiting for Wike's directive, right? Fubara is not waiting for Wike's directives. So right now, even the supposed Tony Okocha, who is the factional party chairman, APC chairman, okay, had to be brought to their government house today, plus Prostos Otobo Keyamo. in order to officially give him the membership card of APC. Something they haven't even given to Wike's men. They haven't. So all of these people are already putting them together to say, maybe this is it. Maybe this is that time you've been waiting for, where Wike's supposed grip and control on River State will finally be taken away from him by Tinubu, who doesn't want to share his own Jagaban traits with anyone. Man, you are free to speculate like me, like others, because people are speaking from what they have, or they have seen happened. But that doesn't mean that you're still probably going to get them predictable enough, right? But you can try, like me. So today, Okocha was there and said this.
You both will come out. And that assignment for me is a holy one for that matter, I can say so. Before I get deep into that, let me take this time out to congratulate you on your decision to join the All Progressives Congress.
The decision to join APC. Then the event of giving him their membership card was also captured here. Fubara and Frostos Otobokeyamo.
Excellency, not too much. There you go. National, now plan. Our spiritual connection.
Get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. fraudster Keyamo said they set the trap to catch a toad, Opolo, and their trap caught an elephant. The elephant is Fubara. Historically, politically, if you are running for president in Nigeria, maybe not like that of Tinubu, right? But still, right? If you manage to have states like Lagos, Delta,